Hi, this is Alamin. Today we are going to learn array and some array methods, basic methods, common. Let's start. First, let's make a file, HTML file. Then let's just create another file for script. We're going to check if it's working or not. Now we're going to link our script file to our index.html file. Let's make a text file. It's called t and give the ID of text. Okay, we're good. Let's see if it's working or not. Yes, it's working, and the hello text is a little bit small. Let me make it a little bigger. Let's try some inline styling. Say font size 25 pixel, font height 600. Yeah, it's a little big and not look good. Okay, it's working, so we don't need to check that run now. Okay, so at first, what is an array? We can store data in a variable. So let's just say we have a bunch of cities to store. Let's say var city 0 equal to Dhaka, city 1 equal to Sylhet, var city 2 equal to Gazipur. So we can add a variable like that, and we can also okay. So we're gonna say now we can change this inner HTML from the text file. We can say inner HTML, the text area in HTML equal to city 0. So it's not Dhaka, it's a city 1, it is Sylhet. It's a city 2, sorry, city 2, it is Jazipur. So we can do that, right? But the array is something you can do this all thing in one line, or more easy to use cases. So array is also a object, but it can store different types of data in this. We can say array is like it stores data by the index of that data. Like you have an array, and you have given some tiny areas, and those areas have name, and those areas are named as index 1, index 2, index 3, and you can use them by calling that box and that index name. So let me just show you what I'm talking. So we're gonna say cities equal, the moment you use the second bracket, the third bracket, it's gonna tell it is already an array. Here you can store data. Okay. So it's an array too. So the moment now, if we say in HTML equal to cities, you see the all elements in that array. So if we want to just show Gazipur, we can just say cities, the index number is 1. The JavaScript is a zero index language, so it starts from 0. So Dhaka is 0, index 0, 1, 2, and then more as far as So if we say index 0, it is Gazipur. So now you can guess, if we say index 0, it is Dhaka. If we say index 2, that means the third element, it is Sylhet. So that's how the array works, and that's why we use array, because it is more efficient and more easy to use. Let me tell you two more things. There's one method, it's called join. Join is something which is you can tell you can tell the array how to show the data, and without using the comma, what specific character you wanted to use to join these elements. So if we say join space, now you can remove the commas and use the space instead. So if we say anything else, the comma and space, you can do the same. If you say the hash and space, you can say hash. If you remove the space, you can only show the hash. So we're gonna do the comma and space, so it look more good, because without this, it's gonna just show without any space or anything. It not good. So yeah, so this is yeah. Now we can see all elements in the city variable, which is an array. So what you can do, you can manipulate and you can change the element itself by calling by the index. So we can just say cities element 2, which is Gazipur. Now we can call it anything we want. We can call it Kumilla. So now it is coming up. So if we if we wanted to move cities, more element, we can do it. Cities. So we have now 3 elements. Now we can add the 4th element by calling 3. We can say in city you want supercharge. Now you have 4 elements. So this is not a, I mean, you can do that, but it is not a very good way of doing. We have more specific and good method to do this kind of stuff. We'll talk about it now. So this is how the array works, and this is why we need array. I say if you want to remove the last element of the array, what you can do? You can do it easily by call cities, and then you just use a method called pop. The moment you call pop, you remove the 1 element. If you just copy the same code, you're gonna remove the 2 element. So using the pop method, you can remove an element from an array. Right? Okay. So now see the next element. It is called how you can add the element. Okay, what pop does? Pop remove the last element of the array. Okay, what if you want to add another element at the end of an array? So it is very useful, and it is very easy. You just have to say cities, and then you use the push method, and then you say the element name. So now we want to add the city called Chittagong. So you see we have now Chittagong at the last element. But you can do, I mean, without the push, you can do the indexing method as well, like cities, and then you say the last element, the 4th element, the 3rd. So now in this case the 3rd index, and you can say. So it is doing the same thing, but it is not convenient because you don't know like what is the index number and where you want to add, what is the length of the cities, and how you can add the last element. So it is more easy just to use push. There is another method of what if you wanted to remove the first element of the array. So it is something easy. So you just call cities, and then you just call shift. The moment you call shift, the Dhaka will remove. Is this remove the first element of the array. And if you want to add another element in the beginning of the array list, so you can say not shift, but this time we're going to call unshift, and then the name of the element. We can add multiple elements in the same time. So if we wanted to add the city called Rampur, and also going to add Dhaka. Why is it Dhaka? So say, you see we add 2 elements in our array list. You see, good. So the next thing we're going to learn is splice method. Splice is a little bit complex than shift, unshift, pop, or push, but it is easy too. So let me show how splice works. So splice is a method when you want to add 1 or more element like unshift, but you can tell where you want to add it, like in which index, from which index you want to add it. And in this splice method, you can remove some elements as well. So let me show how. So now let's just say, here, so you can see we have 2 Dhaka because of remove the unshift. Just it is unshift. Oh, there's 2 Dhaka. Let's fix it. You can say cities. So now, so at first, for shift dash, shift remove the first element. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the splice, how splice method works. So let me show how. At first, let me tell you what kind of parameters splice method takes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements in our array. So let's just say we wanted to add 2 more cities, but I wanted to add the cities after Dhaka and before Ghazipur, and I wanted to remove. I wanted to replace these 2 cities, Ghazipur and Sylhet, and I wanted to add 2 different cities here. Okay. So how we can do it? At first, in the splice method, in this splice method, at first I'm going to give it. So splice method takes basically takes 2 parameters. The one is the index number from where you want to add the new elements, and the second parameters after that element, how many elements you want to remove. Let's say now I wanted to do, let's just say let's just tell the parameters name index to start at, and the second is number, how many item after this we want to remove, and then the element itself. Okay, this is how the splice works. So let me just show you, let me demonstrate what I'm talking about. This one, cities, splice. So I wanted to add the new element after Dhaka. So I want to add it from the third element. So the second index. I say it's the second, and I want to, from the second index I want to remove the 2 element. So I want to remove Ghazipur and Sylhet. So let's just say 2. If we just save it, you're gonna say that this 2 is gone. And now if I want to add the new cities like NY, and we're gonna say the new city I'm starting with. So now you see there's the Ghazipur and what was the another one? The Gazipur and Sylhet is gone, and now we have the new cities NY and Toronto. So this is how this splice works. Let's save it. The next array method we're going to learn is slice. The slice is something that you can from an existing array you can make a new array from that. You can slice some part of it, but leaving the original array the same. You are unchanged. Like now we have an array which is have Rangpur, Dhaka, NY, Toronto, and Chittagong, including 5 elements. I don't want to change it, but I just want to take a slice, a piece of it, with a new array with a new variable. So let's just say var new equal to, we can say cities slice. So slice basically, let me just comment out something. So slice takes 2 parameters. The first one is index of from where we want to start slicing, and second parameter is to which index you wanted to add. Like we wanted to slice not Dhaka, NY, and Toronto, but this time we have to put the index of Chittagong, which is 4. So it is the last element after, it is the after index of the last element. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you how it works. So we're gonna say no cities equal to. So we wanted to take Dhaka, so which is the second element. So which index is 1, and we wanted to Dhaka, NY, and Toronto. So we wanted to from Dhaka to Toronto. So we have to put the index of Chittagong. So Chittagong index is 5th element, so it's 4. So now we can see. Let me just change this to new city. Yeah, we have Dhaka, NY, and Toronto. So this is how slice work. We just slices the original. Okay, let's just remove this and add our original cities. Yeah, this is for today. I hope you enjoyed, and this class was a little boring, but yeah, thank you.